Welcome to What's Happening. I'm Paula Hersey, and today we're discussing the first annual Cape Cod Low Vision Summit. I'm here with Larry today from Thirwood Place, who's going to talk about a little bit about what is the summit and really why low vision, why now? Tell us a little bit about Thirwood Place first, Larry.
Sure. Thanks for having me today, Paula. Yeah, Thirwood Place is a senior living community in South Yarmouth. We offer independent and assisted living. About a year ago, we started a low vision program for our seniors, and it's been wonderful. Helps people with everyday activities. There are adaptive aids in apartments, and we've got the support of the staff to help people too. So it's been a great program, and we've received a lot of press about it.
Right.
The Low Vision Summit is kind of goes along with our one-year anniversary for starting that program.
Okay.
And we thought, you know, on Cape Cod, we've got a fair number of seniors. And we thought, you know what, this would be a great event to educate the population on what kind of resources are available and where they can go to get help. So we've lined up 5 wonderful speakers. The summit itself will be on May 20th, and it starts at 9:30 in the morning with a continental breakfast and registration, and then the speakers will start at around 10 a.m. and go to about noon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And when we talk about low vision, what are some of the low vision, I guess, afflictions or ailments that people suffer as they age? I know glaucoma might be one of them, but what are some of the others?
Oh, sure. There's, of course, macular degeneration is a big one. Diabetic retinopathy is another one. So the summit itself will deal with some of these topics, and it's going to be very educational. I'll mention a couple of the speakers that we have. So we've got Dr. Miriam Englander of Ophthalmic Consultants of Boston. She specializes in macular degeneration. We have Dr. Jennifer Salvo, who is a low vision doctor. She does something called a low vision exam. It's a little different than maybe what folks will get at their regular eye doctor, and but she'll evaluate how people can complete tasks throughout their day and what best equipment maybe to help with that kind of a thing. Debbie King from the Perkins Library will be at Thirwood. She's going to talk about all of the resources available to people that are out there, like audio described books and described DVDs and large print books and that kind of thing. Sean Kinsella from the Mass Association for the Blind will be there. He'll be talking about lighting, vision, and aging in place, specifically in independent living situations, which is very good. And then we have Cynthia Stead from Sight Loss Services right here in Dennis. Will be a speaker as well, and she'll talk about their programs and self-help and peer support and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we talk about low vision, the whole adaptive piece to this is, you know, people live longer than they used to. So when low vision happens in their late 60s to early 70s, there's still many years of enjoyment that they're going to have throughout their life. What are some of the adaptive technologies that you're seeing out there now to help with low vision?
Oh, sure. Well, when we set up a low vision apartment at Thirwood Place, we had Cynthia Stead's help from Sight Loss Services, and there's just a wealth of adaptive aids out there. And we have things like talking appliances, a talking microwave. We utilize bump dots on washers and dryers.
What are bump dots?
They're real colorful dots that if someone had low vision, they can line up dots, say on a washer or a dryer, to where the most common settings are, so that they don't have to actually see the dials. They can just kind of line up those dots, and they'll know that the dry cycle is what it should be. We have a talking clock. We have an optical mouse hooked up to a large screen TV that magnifies 14 times.
Wow.
We even include an iPad, which is loaded with low vision apps.
There's low vision apps,
Oh,
really?
sure. There's a money reader, a color reader. We have handheld money readers and color readers too. So there's just a ton of adaptive aids out there, but more importantly, the service that we provide at Thirwood Place is really top-notch.
Right.
Folks are there to show people how to use this equipment.
I was just going to say, these aids are kind of newfangled,
and it's frightening.
And sometimes technology is frightening,
exactly.
right? So
but we've got ongoing support for that, which is good too. We also offer a scribe service at Thirwood Place where someone come in and can read someone's mail to them a couple of times a week and write correspondence for them, and so it's really helpful. The important thing is that, as you had mentioned, people are living longer today, and along with living longer, they're living longer with a lot of these eye impairments now that they now have. And there's a lot of feelings that go hand in hand with that. You know, people feel isolated. They feel like if they ask for help, then their privacy is being invaded. They feel
embarrassed, I would imagine.
Embarrassed, depression, and there's a lot of feelings that go along with losing your eyesight. It's very frightening. So what the summit, I think, will achieve too is that you can lead a productive, independent life, and there are resources that you might not know about.
Right. And this summit is actually also for, you know, not necessarily just somebody who's losing their sight, but their caregivers and other organizations, nursing homes, and you know, the VNA and folks like that that could come and actually learn more about these adaptive technologies and hear these speakers. Yeah,
absolutely. We say it's for seniors on Cape Cod foremost, but certainly caregivers, eye professionals, anyone who works with seniors will benefit from the summit. And the response already, and we haven't really promoted it too much, has been phenomenal. And if all goes well, this will be an annual event, and next year we'll have 5 different speakers, and there'll be resources at the summit. Folks from these organizations will be bringing information and brochures and that kind of thing. We'll actually have an apartment set up so that...
I was going to say, would you tour one of those apartments? I'd love to see that. After
the summit, folks will be able to see what these adaptive aids are like, and it's going to be great. And we think it's, you know, a long time coming here on Cape Cod, and I don't think anyone's done anything like this before, and so we're excited about it.
That's amazing. May 20th, and that's going to run pretty much morning to afternoon. You're 9:30 to 12, and that's going to be right at Thirwood Place?
Right at Thirwood Place, and I can tell you we're at 237 North Main Street in South Yarmouth. So again, May 20th. Seating is limited though, Paula, so we're asking folks to reserve their spot in advance. So they can call 508-398-8006 to reserve their spot. And God forbid they don't get in this year. Next year, it'll be repeated too, but we're looking forward to it.
This is fantastic. What a great service to the community. And again, here's just something. Experts predict that by 2030, rates of vision loss will double along with the country's aging population. Double.
Double.
That's
and
amazing.
Right now, there are, according to census data, there are about 2,000 people who are legally blind, and that means their vision is 2,200 or worse. What's important about that is that for every person that's blind on Cape Cod, there are probably 4 people with extremely low vision that that are kind of slipping through the cracks. So they need to know what kind of resources are available to them. They can't get help really unless they're legally blind from the Mass Commission for the Blind. So these resources are really going to be valuable to them.
It'll help them stay in their homes longer as well if you can use a lot of these adaptive aids.
Absolutely.
Lots of things here for the summit. Again, is going to be on May 20th, 9:30 to 12. You do need to register. Space is limited. It's a free event. Additional details and directions are available at thirwoodplace.com/summit.
Yep, we've got a whole page on our website dedicated to the summit, so all kinds of great information there too.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Larry.
Great. Thanks for having me, Paula.
Great. I'm Paula Hersey, and this is What's Happening.